There's a meditation that we all need urgently. It's a meditation that removes blockages. There have been many people that tell me, I start a business, but it fails. It seems as if I found the love of my life, but then the relationship ends abruptly. I initiate a project, but then it fails. It seems that my body is healing from an illness, but then I don't get healed. It seems that which I'm seeking is at an arm's length, but then when I reach out to grab it, it disappears. There are many of you that can identify with this problem, and it becomes a big, huge problem. In the book of Vayikra, which is Leviticus, in chapter 6, verse 6, there's a mysterious phrase, and it says in Hebrew, Esh tamid tukal al hamezbeh lo tekbeh. An eternal fire will burn on the altar, and it shall not go out. The results are that the altar does not exist anymore, and the temple was destroyed. And it looks like the Torah has put us in a great contradiction. Why? Because it's telling us something that does not exist. Esh tamid tukad al hamezbeh lo tekbeh means that it's an eternal fire that doesn't turn off on the altar. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no contradiction. The altar is in our hearts, and there is a flame that never burns out. That is the eternal fire that never turns off. Today, this flame, we have turned it into a bonfire or an infernal. We have injected it with too much fuel, but this phrase has a great Kabbalistic secret that is of major importance. The initials from the verse, Esh tamid tukad al hamezbeh lo tekbeh, and the final letters of each word from this verse with the initials and with the final letters, we generate a code that breaks the blockages in our lives. And this code or key, we have it here. If you look at the top, there you will see the initials Esh, which is Aleph, Tamid, which is Tav, Tukad, which is Tav, Al, which is Ayin, Hamizbech, which is Hey, Lo, which is Lamed, Tikbeh, which is Tav. These are the initials of Esh Tamid Tukad al Hamizbeh Lo Tikbeh. Now if we grab the final letters, which are Esh, Shin, Tamid, Daled, Tukad, Daled, Al, Lamed, Hamizbech, Het, Lo, Aleph, and Tikbeh, which is Hey. So we have the first sentence, which are the initials of an eternal fire will burn on the altar, and it shall not go out. And then we have the second row, which are the final letters of that verse. So therefore, when we visualize the two lines, our soul gets all the necessary energy so that blockages cannot stand in our way. So I strongly recommend that you meditate these two lines every day of our lives so that we may eliminate blockages and that our projects may not come to an abrupt end, but that they may have continuity. This is a great secret of the Kabbalah. This is the gift that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has given us because he feels in debt with all of us for the enormous work that we are doing today. Because removing the blockages in our lives is a guarantee of harmony and happiness. So let's go ahead and put our feet parallel on the floor. Let's go ahead and breathe 3 times deeply. We're going to meditate the first and second line of Esh Tamid Tukad al Hamizbeh Lo Tekbeh, Leviticus chapter 6, verse 6. Let's go ahead and visualize ourselves inside a Star of David, color of gold. In front of us, there's another Star of David that acts as a screen. We visualize these letters in that Star of David that's acting as a screen. These letters start shining and generating a light and a radiation that reaches our Star of David. It impacts our brain, our heart, and our liver directly via reverberation. This vibration comes out of the Star of David that is in front of us, and it enters our Star of David, and it impacts us. It enters inside of us, generating an energy capable of removing blockages. And we feel how deep down in our soul that this vitamin is so strong that it will protect us from these blockages. It's a great gift from heaven. Now, we all visualize the blockages that we have or that we had in our lives, and we see how these blockages melt like vanilla ice cream in the sun. All the blockages begin to melt, and now the blockages are gone, and the path is clear. We can finally find the job that we have always wanted. We can now find the love that we have always longed for, the peace that we've longed for, the project that we've been looking for. Our dreams become reality, and there's no longer the possibility of blockages in our lives. The path is clear. The money flows. Our health is superb. Our love life is impeccable. Learn this key very well because it's for every day of our lives. We breathe 3 times deeply. And we open our eyes.